Welcome to another episode of your support group podcast, home of the number one podcast that discusses topics that you need support with in your life. My name is Kenny, and I am chilling with Q.
What's up?
So today, we're going to be discussing whether or not AI, artificial intelligence, or something like an algorithm or things like that are racist. Because I think they might have some issues here.
Yeah, there's been some talks about it. I mean, I know from being on different platforms, especially from YouTube to the Clock app, they talk about the lighter your skin tone, the more they push your
Videos
stuff out to
views.
Various audiences. So some people say it's a myth, but when you see the numbers compared from, like, if I do a video saying one thing and then somebody with like really fair skin does a video saying the same thing, my video might get 400 views, whereas that person might be in the thousands. And I'm talking about 30,000, 40,000. If you're pushing it out to the same people, how is my video only getting the 300 views? So.
And this was recently brought up on YouTube, and I'm going to probably put a lower thirds of his name up here somewhere. But it was another creator on YouTube that was discussing the issues that he was facing with his videos getting demonetized, while other creators of different skin tones are creating the exact same things and their stuff is not getting demonetized. Then he discussed also too, where he was like number one trending for weeks on end, and then just randomly they'll do something to like push the video down, or they'll go back on older videos that he has, demonetize those, or just a whole bunch of craziness going on with his videos. And it got me to thinking and looking around. Just recently, there was this young lady that was homeless living in a car called ALLinwithari. She started YouTube probably around a week or two after your support group started YouTube. She has close to 80,000 subscribers. She doesn't do no thumbnails, nothing to trigger the algorithm. Nothing's there. The only difference between us and her is that she's a white girl living in the car, and we're two black people talking about her right now. I looked around at other YouTubers that are not of the same color as her, who were living in their cars or homeless and doing YouTube. They barely got 1,000, maybe 2,000 subscribers. Now, I don't really know if it's the algorithm itself, but I would go out on a limb and say quite possibly, yeah, because nobody's really going to sit around and watch a bunch of homeless black people get on YouTube and talk about their life. But on the other end, I feel like there's something major at work other than just the skin color thing. Like, is the algorithm itself racist? Because a lot of times when you post a video on YouTube, an actual person doesn't look at the videos themselves. The AI itself looks at the video, and then it looks for little key features in there to say, hey, this shouldn't be monetized, or hey, this isn't going to be watched, so we'll push this down, or we won't promote this in the algorithm as much. If that's the case, then you can look around YouTube basically and see whether or not that's the truth. And sure enough, it's a lot of black creators who haven't even reached nowhere near the millions of some of the other white creators that was created around the same time or started around the same time as them and is doing the exact same content. So I even went as far as asking my wife, because, she works in HR, because, a lot of applications don't actually touch a person's hand. They actually go through an artificial intelligence or applicant tracking system that does a lot of the AI work. And if it doesn't have like keywords in it or anything like that, it'll kick it out. Now, the question that I had for her, and she kind of gave me a yes and no about this, it's the exact same job. I gotta give a definition behind it. Okay, Bobby and Jamal are going after the same exact job. They fill the applications out in the same exact way. The only difference is Bobby knows how to do the keywords and everything like that. Jamal, on the other hand, he doesn't do a good job. He's from the hood, so some of the words that he put in there are kind of iffy. Bobby's going to get the job because the AI system is looking for those keywords. Jamal won't get that job, even though he has the same exact experience, the same exact education as Bobby, because of those keywords. So that was my question for her, and she kind of gave a yes and a no to it. So definitely going to bring her on here and have her talk about that, because that's a serious thing. And we're doing so much with AI now and different algorithms and keywords and different things now, that if a person doesn't have an education on what's the proper words or use Grammarly or something like that, then they might not never get an opportunity to even be seen or heard.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's maybe you don't even get the job, but it's like you don't even get the opportunity to even get the interview, because I ran into that in 2015. I didn't know anything about the keywords, and I was like, how do I have all these degrees and I'm not even getting the phone call? It's because somebody hit me to the keyword thing. It's like you have to look at the announcement, take some words out of there, put into your resume so it can pick it up. Because at the point you don't have none of those words in there, it's like it's just tossing your stuff to the side.
Yep. I mean, I would never knew anything about that if it wasn't for my wife. Like, she hit me to that, educated me on that. I was working the same job for like 10 years before I met her. I didn't understand why, when I was filling out all these applications and I had all this experience, why I wasn't getting these jobs. I thought maybe because I got such a common name, maybe my background was crossed. Yes and no. That was kind of true. That was a true story. I had to go get fingerprinted and everything, get my background uncrossed. But majority of it was because I didn't know nothing about those keywords. I didn't know nothing about the proper way to write a resume. So I had to work with my wife and learn those things. It's a lot of people up out here that don't know that. And it's just the same way with YouTube. Like, if you don't put in certain keywords into YouTube, your video may not get seen. And that's crazy. You know, you would think it would be organically, whereas somebody of a different skin color, their video is being seen without keywords, tags, or anything. It blows my mind when you see the differences in things and you say, hold up, maybe we need to rethink this whole going to AI thing. I might be like, yo, Tesla, take me to the hood. And Tesla be like, okay, and crash me into a hood of a car or something like that. You know? I'm just saying, you know, because
we have to think too that AI is created by humans. Like, they have to put that into the computer. So if that person is
which humans
has the biases, then how can the AI not have those same biases as the person who created the AI? And I was just reading about this too. It's done in medical. It's done on jobs. It's done in schools. It's done when you go to fill out an application for a house, a car, because it's looking at all these different little factors. Oh, you're Black. Oh, you live where? Oh, blah, blah, blah. You're probably not a good candidate for
because depending on depending on where you live, even if you was to put like other or didn't put your actual race down, the algorithm or the AI would still pick it up and say, well, this neighborhood is predominantly Black, you know?
Right. And we don't realize, like, because you'll be sitting there wondering, like, why am I, not getting picked up for certain things? It's because maybe your stats, the person thinks, oh, a Black woman at age blah, 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 who lives blah, 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 or went to school blah, 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 is not a good candidate for this particular program. And then you just don't even get the opportunity because it's just lumping you in with some generalized, mumbo jumbo that they probably don't even know Black women, from that. They're just like, oh, maybe, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, you don't even give me a chance, an opportunity. And it's like, you don't even, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's like, we don't want to complain all the time. We don't want to play the victim in the race card. If stuff is constantly being maneuvered in a way that we don't even get the opportunity to get the toe in the door, how can we not say, hey, excuse me, this is not fair? Because all we want is the opportunity to even put the foot in the door. We can't even get the toe in because you making it all crazy because we can't even get a chance to do it. Like with the YouTube thing, we want an opportunity to be able to create content and make money making our content. But if you don't push the information out, how is it going to reach the broader audience so people can hear the message that we have? But you're doing it for other people, but you're not doing it for us. So,
right. Yeah, because with this video right here, and this is going to be the whole true test of everything. With this video, I'm not using no tags. I'm putting in just a straight description. I'm not putting in all I'll be able to sign up for and all that. Nope. I'm just doing the title, no keywords. I'm going to actually see whether or not what this actually does, because if you really think about it, a lot of these companies like YouTube and just jobs in general, what they do is they hand you a Band-Aid before you realize you even cut. YouTube has this whole thing. Once you become monetized and everything, they'll reach out to you and say, hey, you want to be part of the Black creators thing. And why would you reach out to me? First of all, why would you reach out to me and say, hey, you want to be part of the Black creators thing? Listen, if you got to do that, then you know it's a disparity. You know it's something not right with the algorithm. But you to do that, it's just basically you trying to save face.
They be telling on themselves. It's like, oh, no, there's nothing wrong, but we got this Black creator thing over here that you might want to be a part of. So why do I need to be a part of that if it's all fair?
It's like,
it's the same thing with affirmative action. We wouldn't need it if it was fair. So if you gave the opportunities to everybody, then we wouldn't need it. But since you're not, therefore.
Yeah. Like it blows my mind that you have companies out here that have very little Black employees or very little other ethnicities in their companies. And they always create these ERGs with them not having enough people to go into that particular ERG, whether it be Black, Latino, or Asian. They'll put a whole bunch of people in there that are sympathizers, I guess. I don't know what the heck they are, but it doesn't make any sense for companies to do those kind of things and not correct the problem of you not having enough Black people or you're not having enough ethnicity in your company. It's pointless.
Did you ever watch that Hollister thing on Netflix?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same what you're talking about right now. Nobody knew that Hollister had an issue. I'm like, how did you not know? But I've never been in a Hollister. Never.
Me neither. Because the only Hollister I know is Dave Hollister. So
walking by Hollister in the mall, I'm like, that ain't for me. Let me just keep walking. So how did you not know? But it was a whole documentary done on basically what you're talking about. You don't have any diversity in your firm, and then you just try to create this thing, and it's like it doesn't make sense because you don't have anyone from those actual ethnicities telling you the stuff that you need to hear in order to reach those particular demographics. So
yeah. It's crazy when you think about it because YouTube is owned by Google. Yeah. And so Google has been doing this big headway, even with the Pixel phones, even with the new phones they got out, where it does better with Black skin tones. Finally, a phone for me. Finally, a selfie picture for me. Then you got content creators on a subsidiary that you own saying basically your algorithm or your AI is racist. And even how you handle yourself after the fact is racist. Correct the issue. Well, you just go out and just say, hey, we created a whole segment just for you. It's called The Black Experience on YouTube. Get your lotion out. Don't be ashy. And then you get all the Black Dove commercials in it. Like you can tell when somebody's in that brand because they get all the Black Dove commercials and all the Black commercials. And then you might get a random rapper. Like, hold up. Like, this is an ad for a rapper. Like, you just gonna put an ad for a rapper in the middle of my content? Like,
yeah.
Man, what they really need to do is fix the issue. That's all. Get somebody that's Black with some AI experience, or sit a bunch of people down with AI experience and algorithms, or you do one of them panels that y'all do for the Republicans and the Democrat parties. Do one of those. Yeah, this is going to probably get no play on Facebook because I said something about politics, but whatever, because we know y'all do that stuff. We know y'all hold surveys. Everybody holds surveys for everything.
Yeah.
So hold a survey for this.
But one of the things that they could do is just, like, I get if the video sucks and nobody's looking at it, don't send it out to a bunch of people. But first you have to send it, at least make it available so people can look at it. Like if you type it in the search, and I can't even find it, and I know I put it on YouTube. Why is that a thing? Like, why? Where's my video? Why do I have to do all of this stuff when it should be able to just pop up under your search bar? at least do that much.
Because for the simple fact of the matter is, even when you look up our stuff, you'll find the page itself like super quick. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, you'll find the page super quick. But as far as like what our stuff plays behind, our stuff was like behind, like you could see it like in the YouTube studio. You can actually see where the videos, what causes the video to trigger our videos. Like one of our videos was like playing behind how to fix your carburetor. My videos aren't car videos. Like, why are they going behind people talking about how to fix your carburetor? Of course, nobody ain't going to like the video. Or of course, nobody ain't going to sit up there and watch the video. You got me behind the damn carburetor. I don't even know what a carburetor is. What's a carburetor?
Yeah, exactly. People who are looking at carburetors are not looking at your support group. You got to put us with other people that are talking about issues.
Yeah, I don't know.
They know that.
I don't know. And you know, I tag the videos so properly, and I do everything by the book. But when you see stuff like that, and then you start hearing things from other content creators who are way bigger than you. The guy that I'm talking about, he has like 1 million+ subscribers. Like, he's been doing like video game content for years. And so this is not just something that he just came with up out the blue. This is something that he's been dealing with for a while, and he's been seeing it repeatedly. And I think he's tired. And it's a big discussion, the topic on YouTube right now by a bunch of people who aren't Black, whether or not, you know, the algorithm is racist. Like, hold up. Like, why are y'all talking about it? Because we probably been talking about it and y'all just been ignoring us now, but now it's supposed to be big news. Get out of here.
Yeah, because one of the girls I follow, well, not a girl, but lady, about a year, I've been on her subscription program. She started a text notification squad because her videos, she has 1 million people on Facebook, hundreds of thousands on YouTube, and they were not pushing her videos out. Like, I wouldn't even know when she was going live because they weren't telling us that she was going live. Yeah. So now she has to send us a text message saying, hey, I'm about to go live, so we can go look at her video.
Yeah, the notification bell does not work. That notification bell, when you subscribe and you hit that notification bell, that's why I don't even tell people to I say like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, but I don't say nothing about that notification bell, because that notification bell doesn't work, because there's plenty of people that I follow hard, you know, about different camera things, about different lighting, and I get no notification. When Tom Buck goes live, I get no notification. You know what I'm saying? So it's messed up. They just need to really fix it. I don't think it's going to be like something that they can wiggle their way up out of either. I think they're going to have to fix it soon, because there's going to be a lot of people that they see start leaping and going to other content, and they're going to start wondering why, or they're going to start using other services to supplement. Because, I mean, with YouTube being so big as it is, with all the Black people leaving, I don't think they would even feel a bump in the road. And that's the sad part. Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is, I know on the Clock app, when we went on strike, all the Black creators, it was tragic. Then they came up with a program too. Oh, we got this blah, 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 support, whatever. Because when we stop making content, they have nothing to copy from. You know what I mean?
See, that's the caveat to this. You can't copy what you don't got.
So that they were like, oh, we're going to try to do this, blah, blah, blah. Slowly but sure. I don't put a lot of videos on it because I get tired of people taking ideas and concepts. It's like, I do it maybe 400 or 500. Then you do the same. Like, they'll steal it word for word, and then millions, and they get paid $7,000. Meanwhile, I can't give a 50 cents. You know, I don't think that's right.
Yep. So that's why our TikTok page is nothing but our podcast. Nothing but clips from our podcast. Same way with the YouTube shorts is nothing but clips from our podcast. Because the way I see it is, if you're going to steal something, you're going to have a hard time.
Yeah.
You know, it's nothing to steal here. I keep it all 100. I keep it authentic. And that's the way it's going to be. And it's just going to have a hard time dealing with it. I hope they figure it out in the algorithm, but that's what it is.
Yeah, I hope so too. Because it gets annoying. It gets frustrating because it's like, I have a regular YouTube page where I do like reviews about clothes, makeup, blah, blah, blah. And the videos, about 1,000 views here or there. But it's like, okay, so those are people looking for certain things and they found that video. But just think if you would actually put it where it needs to go. So if 1,000 people like it, maybe 10,000 could like it. Maybe 1 million could like it. But how would they know? Because you're not putting it where people could see
but
it.
if you did the ugly filter and then did the like reveal filter, like, because all the like the black makeup creators are doing that now. They do the ugly filter and make themselves look real ugly, like, and then they put on the makeup and it's like, oh wow, that don't even like the same person. Like all black women are ugly without makeup. Okay. You know,
but see, that's the thing. When I wear makeup, I pretty much look the same. I just look like me with makeup. They have people that put makeup on and they don't even. I'll be like, is that the same person?
I mean, how you reshape your whole entire nose? Like, we know you got one of those Michael Jackson noses. Like, how you reshape your whole entire nose?
Yeah, I'm like Beyonce. I like the Michael Jackson nostrils. Let me just keep a big nose. I ain't trying to make it look like a point.
Oh man. Yeah. So I'm gonna end it with this here. Like we always do. If nobody told you today that they love you, we do. And if you have not subscribed, I suggest you go ahead and click that subscribe button. Like I said, notification bell does not work, so I don't care about that. But you can leave a thumbs up and a comment, and I do see them and I do respond. I thank you so much for tuning in. Also, too, we got a website. You can follow along on the website for blogs, clothes, and Q's books. Because yes, Q writes books.
Yeah, I sure do. Let me show you one. This is a romance novel. You need to go find that one. It's about the dance of bachata in love. So go find that one.
And that was officially our first ad on our YouTube page. So
I'll be sending a cash out for $50.
You gonna cash app yourself? Like I said, that website is www.ysgpodcast.com. And I thank you all for tuning in. See you guys next week. Peace.
Bye.
Yes, support group.